We get a rare glimpse behind the scenes of a beautiful life. The social media darling coming clean about the painful toll it takes just to try to keep up appearances. What really goes into those envy-inducing photos, and why are some now questioning her motives?
I quit social media for my 12-year-old self.
Acina O'Neill's 19-year-old self seemed picture perfect on Instagram. More than 500,000 followers, a glamorous, cool teenager, seemingly living the dream, making a career off social media. But 2 days ago, this shocking confession on YouTube.
I was miserable. I had it all. And I was miserable because when you let yourself be defined by numbers, you let yourself be defined by something that is not pure, that is not real, and that is not love.
She said it would be her last YouTube post and that she'd shut it all down.
Taking myself off social media is a wake-up call to anyone and everyone who follows me.
She deleted most of the thousands of photos on her wildly popular Instagram account. And the few she left up, she changed their captions to reveal what she says really was going on. Not real life. I didn't pay for the dress, took countless photos trying to look hot for Instagram. And she writes, not real life. Took over 100 in similar poses trying to make my stomach look good. And there is nothing zen about trying to look zen, taking a photo of you trying to be zen and proving you're zen on Instagram. Acina pulling the curtain back on what she says is the painful cost of trying to look flawless online.
Everything I did was for views, for likes, for followers.
But her takedown off social media was catapulting her star even higher, an outpouring of support online from all over the world, including celebrities like actress Sophia Bush, who posted, "My girlfriends and I spent the better part of yesterday discussing Acina O'Neill's awesome serving of social truth. Check this out." The support prompting her to make one more video post.
I just feel so grateful that this is being spread, that this is actually getting out there.
Acina told us via Skype from her native Australia that she never intended to create a big fuss.
What I'm saying isn't revolutionary, but I just think it's a discussion worth having with how much value we put into just putting photos of ourselves online. And I think, you know, as I said, I spent 5 years wishing to be this perfect person online, and I spent 3 years every day working really hard at it. And I think if people understood just the amount of effort and time that goes into perfecting your life like that and being that consistent, then I think that wouldn't be so aspirational. I think the reality is quite sad.
She started dabbling in social media as a tween in middle school.
I actually used MySpace for 6 months when I was 12, and then I think I was 14 is when Instagram came out, and I used it then. It was just like a selfie that I put up, and I remember so clearly like hoping it would get some likes, you know, as I think we all do. I think when we put something out about ourselves, it's normal to want to feel valued.
She posted more, got more followers, polishing her Instagram game, posing hundreds of times for photos like this one. Her images so alluring, she says she started getting paid to post, something she realized many of her followers didn't know.
Like, what, paid Instagram posts? And then I was like, what, people don't know this?
She says it's one of the reasons for the change of heart. Another?
I guess it was talking to my sister, she's 14, and hearing about, like we were talking about, I said to her this thing where I was like, when I was your age, you know, I looked at models and I remember actually measuring my stomach and looking in the mirror thinking, am I like them? Why aren't I like them? And she burst out in tears and said, I do that. And it was just like far out, you know.
This girl is standing up for other girls and giving them permission to stop trying to be so perfect online. She's saying, this is fake. What we're doing is fake, and you don't have to feel badly about yourselves because nobody can look like me without trying so hard.
But not all the reaction has been so positive. Her detractors posting YouTube responses saying her regret is fake.
When she says they're all miserable, who is Acina talking about? Is she talking
including two of her former friends from LA, also with huge, carefully cultivated social media followings.
The only reason she can spread this message of how social media is so horrible is because of social media.
Some questioning her true motives because of this.
If this is of value to you, then yeah, please support me because I can't afford my own real life.
But she says money and publicity wasn't her goal.
I don't want likes, I don't want followers, not views. You know what I mean? That was just kind of my own personal want.
The pressure to present a perfect image of yourself on social media seems inescapable.
On Instagram, girls feel like they have to put forward the most perfect picture of themselves. So girls will spend all day taking the perfect selfie and filtering it and making it absolutely flawless before they put it up.
Social media competitiveness can create bad blood, something Instagram queen Taylor Swift, with more than 53 million followers, warns her fans about.
I'm very well aware that it has never been easier to compare yourself to other people and feel like your life falls short. It's never been easier than it is in 2015.
More and more, teens are spending vast amounts of time consuming media, up to 9 hours a day, according to a recent report.
No one says, oh my gosh, I had the best night on YouTube last night. It was amazing. Oh, that night on Instagram, 8 hours, oh, best time of my life. Like, we don't say that because nothing takes over real human connections.
But there are plenty of people who have made real human connections online, like YouTube stars Joshua Evans and Colleen Ballinger.
And will you marry me?
Yes, of course.
Whose romance has been faithfully documented for millions of viewers on YouTube. And there are plenty happily cashing in on their social media popularity, like Matthew Nazca, whose modeling career was launched thanks to his Instagram feed. But Asina says, for her, a picture-perfect life is not one lived on Instagram.
And that's a personal decision I've made. And I think not everyone has to do it. That's not what I'm saying, you know?
She says she's now focusing on her life offline and wants her followers to do the same.
I just think give yourself a break and see what happens. Experiment. Talk about it with people in your real life. Don't just sit on a phone reading articles and then replying. Talk about it to people around you. Talk about it to yourself.
She's achieved her intended goal of dropping out of the fray so effectively that since this interview last night, we can't even get a hold of her.
This is so cute, but what does this say?
I want to die.
I want to die. Oh.
While I've never been afraid to take a few risks in the name of fashion, there's a new style popping up in Tokyo that's frankly a little scary. In Japan, conformity and rigidity inform everything, from social customs to the way people dress. Standing out is not exactly something everyone strives for. Here on Takeshita Street, style is defined by defying norms. But a new look is challenging one of Japan's deepest taboos: depression and mental illness. The style is called yami kawaii, and it means sick cute. Can fashion break the silence that surrounds an epidemic? My first question: what exactly is yami kawaii? What does it look like? To find out, I tracked down Kua, an artist and influencer with over 56,000 followers on Instagram.
夢かわいいはこうパステルを基本にした感じのふわふわした可愛い感じで、闇かわいいはちょっとそこにダークな要素、黒とか色もそうですけど、モチーフであったり医療系とか地位とかちょっとグロテスクな要素が含まれていると思います。
Kawaii is the Japanese word for cute. Yume kawaii means cute, like a dream. Yami kawaii is what happens when Yume goes dark.
ごめんなさい、いつどこでありがとうございます。
Is that a fan? Did she just recognize you?
Fans are drawn to Yami kawaii, but honestly, I just don't get it. To better understand the appeal, I'm going to visit a pioneer of the look, an artist named Bisco.
でもここ可愛いんですけど、背中にっていう書いてある。
But then it says I love you.
I love you, キリユ。
Cute, okay. So you're changing your mind a lot.
まあでも可愛いから許される。そうなんか可愛いんだけど言ってる言葉が辛辣っていうそのギャップが受けてて、それがなんか闇可愛いかなって私は思ってるんです。そうなんです。
Can you tell me who this is?
これはメンヘラちゃんって言って私が描いてるキャラクターなんですけど。
Meet Minhera-chan, the yami kawaii heroine of Bisco's comic. She gets her name from Minhera, a term that refers to people who suffer from mental illness.
デリケートなところなんで、メンヘラちゃんはなんかいろいろとメンヘラって良くないんじゃないかとかよく言われるんですけど、まあなんか見た目が可愛くて好きになってくれる人が多くて、この可愛いものの中に病んでいるものが含まれているっていうのが私が大好きな二面性を持つなんかコンテンツなんです。それが私の表現している闇可愛い。
To understand why this is a look someone would want to project, I decided to try the clothes on for myself.
I need a jacket and then I need bottoms.
こっちで。
This one?
はい。
How's that?
かわいい。
Kawaii? Okay.
あとはジャケット。
A jacket? What makes this one yummy kawaii?
これはそうやな。これだけやったら夢かわいいっぽいけど、ちょっとダークなやつと合わせるから闇かわいいっぽい感じになるかな。
I think I'm getting it now.
アクセサリー。
Accessories?
はい。
Okay. Kawaii. I'll go try it on.
あ、行ってきてください。
As I put on my yami kawaii outfit, I really noticed the dark details among all the pastels. The bandages around the girl's wrists, the droplet hanging off the syringe. I don't feel kawaii. I feel uncomfortable.
あ、めっちゃ可愛いです。すごい似合ってる。いいですね。
Is this kawaii?
可愛いです。
For some, this look is empowering. But why? Japan has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. Even talking about mental illness and depression is considered taboo. So, what is Bisco trying to say? Is there something deeper going on?
ここが私の部屋になります。
Oh my god. There's so much kawaii. Such an interesting mix of sweetness and pink. And then, like, this is terrifying.
ことです。
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's probably the most yummy kawaii. I mean, when you see it, does it remind you about those who have died by noose, or is it just again, decoration?
もちろん自殺するために使う道具だっていうのは重々分かった上で、そのダークな要素を含もうと思ってわざわざ作ってるんですよね。メンヘラちゃんもそうなんですけど、結局みんなが避けているものに需要があるんじゃないかって思って。メンヘラちゃんを描き始めたのは、大学受験生の時期でして、実家に住んでたんですけど、祖父母からちょっと嫌がらせを受けたりとか、あとは何でしょうね、すごい暴言を吐かれるのは日常茶飯事だったし、現実逃避でちょっと描き始めたのがメンヘラちゃんでしたね。セラピーで書いてたようなものですね。やっぱり現実逃避っていうのはある意味セラピーなので、ビジネスになっちゃったので結構仕事として頑張ってる感じではあるんですけど、もちろんセラピーの部分あると思います。
Yami kawaii is fashion, but it's also a coping mechanism for complex emotions. I wanted to know if other people were using fashion in the same way.
もうずっと物心ついた時から死にたいって思っていたので私が生まれてきたってことしか言えませんね。
Hanayo, a former teenage model, might have some insight. She was once a finalist in the nationwide Miss ID competition, an alternative beauty pageant that celebrates differences. Until she was disqualified for discussing her suicidal past.
私がまた憂鬱な気持ちになってまた自殺しみつみしないように連れてきてくれます。
What do you feel when you come here?
幸せな、すごい私とても猫が好きなのですごい幸せな気持ちになります。
It's nice to meet you.
死にたいという気持ちはずっとあって変わらないんですね。
Did you say you had multiple attempts?
はい。 今回の落下して骨折っちゃった事件で頭を打って記憶がなくなったので覚えてはいないんですけど未遂は結構あったみたいですね。
Her openness won her fans on social media and has won her a new kind of support system.
Do you feel like there are a lot of people who feel the same way that you do?
はい、そう思いますね。特に私のファンは特に女の子はメンタル的にいろんな問題を抱えていて、悩み相談とか。
She uses social media to create a community where she feels free to talk about her art, her clothes, and her raw emotions.
それで私を応援してくれるっていう子が多いので。
You have a lot of pink.
Yeah, I had a pink.
Yeah. Do you dress to make yourself happy? Or do you dress to make other people happy?
元気づけるアイテムというか、そういうものとして捉えていますね。
This, amazing.
Sex suicide baby.
Sex suicide baby.
だから嬉しかったですね。
Yeah, it feels bad to hide who you are, right?
はい。
What's one thing that you want people to know when they hear your story?
自殺に失敗したらこんなにひどいことになるから考えている人は思いとどまった方がいいということを見ていただいた方に伝えたくてお受けしました。ファンには幸せになってほしいですね。なので今頑張っています。
Hanayo sees cute clothes as a form of therapy. Maybe that feeling isn't an accident. Joshua Pauldale is a professor who specializes in the impact of kawaii culture.
Cute can mean clever in English. So we can look at somebody and say, oh, that's cute, or don't be cute. But kawaii in Japan doesn't have that negative connotation to it. It's simply a pure, like, happy feeling of cuteness.
So instead of like you look kawaii, it's like I feel kawaii because of how you are.
Yeah. When you express kawaii, you're expressing a desire to appeal to other people, to get closer to other people, and expressing a desire for healing. So maybe that can help people with those dark and more difficult issues that can't be openly expressed in Japanese society.
Talking openly about painful experiences feels better than keeping it in. When you talk, powerful things can happen.
海外の方からしたら結局そういったうつとか精神の病っていうのは結局怪我と同じ心の病だから心を休めたいっていうことも甘えだって皆さんは捉えるのかな。そうですね。メンヘラっていうものに対してのネガティブななんて言うんでしょう、ネガティブなイメージは変えていきたいなと私は思っていて、その部分はやれているんじゃないかなとは思っています。そこにみんなが誰しもが持っている心の闇だとか悲しみだとかそういったなんて言うんでしょう、その負のおわらな部分も兼ね備えた可愛い。
I see now that Yami Kawaii can help people heal. People like Bisco's #1 fan.
メンヘラちゃんが流行りだして人気が出てきて自分の個性でそういうのを表しやすくなった本当にビスコ先生に救われて。
So I came to Tokyo expecting to learn something about this new style subculture. What I really didn't expect to learn is something about love. You know, in the United States, asking for love isn't really a thing that we're very comfortable with doing. But in Japan, it's pervasive, it's normalized, it's kawaii. And especially when you have a hard time practicing self-love, asking for love is a really, really brave act. And that's what Yami Kawaii is at the end of the day. And that's pretty rad.